A very good day to our lecturer, Dr. Rachel. And so today, me and my group mate will present to you on our topic, which is stress and mental well-being among the students of UiTM Malacca City campus. For introduction, our research are talking about the stress and mental well-being among the students of UiTM Malacca City campus. Why we are choosing this topic? Because nowadays we are having the pandemic COVID-19 situation, which has made the student cannot go to physical class, yet they have to continue their studies from home or from distance, which we call the online distance learning. So the university life is the most pressing stage for the students because it is quite challenging with the physical class itself. So with this online learning, it has become the new norms to the students. So this new norm has bring many of the new challenges for the students. So all these challenges will lead to stress and can affect their mental well-being. So during our research, we believe that our research gap is that the stress can seriously affect the mental well-being, which is on the previous study. It is not stated that mental well-being and stress are directly connected to each other, but we believe that after we have done this research, we found that the mental well-being itself are affecting, or it can lead a student to stress or distress. So for example, if the student having the positive attitude and they take care of their mental well-being, so it can help them to control their stress. Now we are going to talk about our DV and IV. So our DV is stress and our IV is mental well-being. So DV, stress. What is stress? So stress can be defined as a degree to which we feel overwhelmed or unable to cope as a result of pressure that are unmanageable in ourselves. So stress is when we feel very overwhelmed with the situation and we can't control our feeling. We can't control ourselves and we overreact to the situation. So our IV is mental well-being. So mental well-being is about our thought and our feeling and how we control the up and downs of our feeling in our daily life. So it is the same thing as the mental health, and it is influence each other, which means if you are having a good mental well-being, then your mental health will be in a good condition as well. So our students nowadays are having this problem because of our current situation. So now we are going to show you how we do the research until we find the relationship between our DV and our IV.
Next, I will present research objective, research question, research framework, research design, population, sampling, data collection, and questionnaire design. The objective of this research is to determine how mental well-being affects stress among students of UiTM Malacca City campus. Then, our main question of our research is why UiTM Malacca City campus students become stressed. So in specific questions, what is the relationship between mental well-being and stress among UiTM Malacca City campus students? Next, framework of this research is for independent variable is mental well-being and for dependent variable is stress among the students of University Technology Mara Malacca City campus. Then, there is 6 elements of research design, which is purpose of study, type of investigation, researcher interference, study setting, time horizons, and units of analysis. First element, which is purpose of study, we use descriptive research where it determines the answer of whom, what, when, and how questions. Second element is type of investigation. For this research, we use correlational relationship, which is it indicates that at least 2 concepts of variables move simultaneously. Third element is study setting. We use field study for our research. Fourth element is interference. We use minimal types. For fifth element is time horizon. We use cross-sectional since this study is carried out, which data are gathered just once in order to meet a research objective. Last element is unit of analysis is an individual. Here is the population of this research. The population is students in UiTM Malacca City campus, and the sampling is we have 90 students in this research. For the data collection, we use self-administered questionnaire, which is we use Google Form. The questionnaires are compiled, and the link of the Google Form is spread to 90 students of UiTM Malacca City campus to answer the questionnaire. This is the questionnaire design of our research. The source of questionnaire we get it from journal BMC Psychology with title Psychometric Properties of the Positive Mental Health Scale. So the list of our questionnaire is: first, I'm often carefree and in good spirits. Second, I'm in good physical and emotional condition. Third, I feel that I'm actually well equipped to deal with life and its difficulties. Fourth, I'm in good physical and emotional condition. And last question for our questionnaire is, all in all, I'm satisfied with my life.
For the finding and discussion, based on the data that we collect from 90 respondents, there are 18.9% male and 81.1% female. The higher number of respondents were human resource management students, which are at 28.9%, followed by 22.2% who are finance students, and the lowest number were those who are marketing students, which is 6.7%. In terms of semester, the highest were semester 5 students, which is 74.4%, then followed by 17.8% who are semester 4 students, while the lowest number were those who were semester 2 students, which is 0%. Next, for the reliability analysis, Cronbach alpha for the dependent variable is 0.733. It is considered as acceptable internal consistency, and the Cronbach alpha for the independent variable is 0.886, so it considered as good internal consistency. For the descriptive statistic, the minimum amount for stress is 1.20, while for the mental well-being is 1.00. 5.00 is the maximum amount for both the independent variable and dependent variable. The mean for the stress is 3.8178, and the standard deviation was 0.61050, which means that most respondents agreed with the statement in the questionnaire, while for the mental well-being, the mean was 3.3489 and the standard deviation was 0.82083, showing that the respondents were neutral with the statement in the questionnaire regarding this variable. Next is percent correlation. Based on the table, the correlation was 0.300, so it indicates that there is correlation, significant, and association between stress among UiTM Malacca City campus students and mental well-being. Next is regression analysis. Based on the model summary, the R-square is 0.90, which shows that 9.0% of the variance in the stress was explained by mental well-being. The remaining 91% is explained by other factors. As for the F-statistic, the F-statistic is 0.038. This shows that the model is statistically not significant. However, the result for the mental well-being is 0.004, which is 4%. It is below 5% significant level. Therefore, the mental well-being is significant. To conclude the finding, the hypothesis, which is there is relationship between mental well-being and stress among UiTM Malacca City campus students, is accepted, as the result shows that mental well-being is positively related with stress among UiTM Malacca City campus students.
So for the conclusion, stress is not a disease that has been diagnosed by the psychiatrist, but however, it is really close to our mental health, which they are close in two ways, which is stress can cause mental health problem. Mental health problem is like we are going to have anxiety, we are going to feel depressions, and all those kind of problem will appear in ourselves if we are too overwhelmed with the stress. So, for example, if we are often struggle to manage our feeling of stress, we will develop a mental health problem. Like what I said just now, we are going to have anxiety, we are going to have depression. So, stress is really really affected our daily life if we are not able to control our mental well-being. So for recommendation, we have some recommendation to the student for them to overcome the stress and mental well-being problem. So first, they should not get too hard on themselves because it will lead them to a severe stress, because they think that they are not enough for themselves. So they should do it slowly but surely. Okay, so next, they should get some restful sleep. This is because some of the students they don't get enough sleep at night, or yet there are some students that don't get any sleep at night. Okay, so that can lead them to a mental well-being problem and also stress. Alright, so next is understand that anxiety is not our fault. So for those who have anxiety and they are a student, they should know that anxiety is not their fault because they don't want it to happen, but it happened by itself. So either than they overwhelmed with the anxiety, they should know how to control or how to reduce the anxiety in their self. Okay. So next is discover a positive self-concept, which means rather than we feel negative all the time, we should have a positive mindset which can help us to move forward in our life. Okay, so positive mindset is the key for us to control or reduce our stress. Okay, so for example, rather than we say I can't do that, I can't do this, we should say I can do that, I can do this. Okay, so our last recommendation is start caring for ourselves. Okay, start caring for ourselves. We should spread, or we should do the self-love most of our time. We should love ourselves more than we love anything, so that ourselves will feel appreciated by ourselves, and we are not going to feel stressed, and we are going to be happy. We rewarded ourselves. So when we happy, so we will not be stressful. Okay, so these are our recommendation for those who have problem with stress or mental well-being. So these are all of our presentation.